We're going to look at getting your training group set up to take attendance and then how you can run attendance for your workouts. The first is you'll come down to the training group that you're wanting to be able to set up attendance for. We're going to be using this training group right here. We'll come into the settings and we'll see right now we have these 10 athletes already added here. The first step we need to do is actually create and assign them subgroups. So we're going to come under subgroups and we're going to create one subgroup and call it gold. And I'm actually only going to apply 4 athletes here. We're going to make one called silver and we're going to apply the next 4. And then just to show some examples, I'm going to go through and make one where I add everyone, because athletes can be assigned to more than one subgroup. I can come here now, it'll show me quickly which subgroups they're a part of. Now the subgroups are important both for attendance and for workout writing, because for your workouts, you need to assign a workout to a subgroup. So in a situation where you're going to write a workout for the gliders training group, if you're wanting to write a workout that you're expecting everyone to be at, we'll use the all group. But we can also be making a workout specific that would only apply to our gold members or our silver members, or maybe the gold and silver members, but not those who are not a part of the group. And we'll see what that looks like, both for quickly creating the workout and then how that works for the attendance. So we're going to come over to workouts and we're going to create a new one for that group. In this case, I'm going to use the all group. And we're going to call this workout today. We'll leave the defaults the same. Now when we come in here under attendance, we will see everyone that is on the training group, and by default everyone that is on the all group will be automatically marked as attending. By writing a workout for a specific subgroup, the system will be assuming that those athletes are in attendance. On that day, for this workout, you would pull this up and you would look at your attendance and you'd go down and mark anyone that was absent that day. Now, if you're not writing workouts to track analytics and build out your workouts that way, this is still the process you will use for attendance. You will just not write your workout. So when you come to create a workout, you're effectively creating an attendance sheet for that day only. Now, if I make another workout here for the same group where I'm using just the gold group, you'll see when I come to the attendance, only those that are in the gold group are automatically marked as attending. But I can still see the remaining 6 athletes that are a part of this training group. They are on here on the chance that they would show up for this practice and want to swim. I could then say, yes, Sarah showed up today and she will be swimming with the gold group. Those that are automatically marked as absent are going to be marked as excused until I toggle them on. So now in the case of Sarah, she is now being assumed to attend. But if I came down for Layla and I turned Layla on and then I now turn Layla off, I have not only activated her out of being excused, but now that I've marked her absent, I've told the system she should be attending and now she's not. So now she is marked true absent. And we'll see what that looks like in the attendance report in a moment. One more example here is if I create one where I have both groups in attendance but not the all group. Same thing will happen. We come over here, we look at the attendance, and then we can see everyone in both those groups that this workout was written for or was assigned to are going to be marked as present. But the 2 that are not assigned to either of these groups are absent. But again, if someone shows up, I can now say, yes, Wyatt has attended, and let me look at which group I want to assign them to for the attendance here. In this case, I'll do silver. So we have a few workouts now, about 3 of them that cover some of these different ways that it'll look for when you do the attendance. Now you can quickly toggle everyone on or toggle everyone off, but by default the system will always mark anyone that's in the group as in attendance. If it is easier for you to not have that be the case, then the final step here would be for you to come into that group, create a subgroup called something else, I'll call it everyone in this case, and assign no athletes. Now when I come over to create a training group for that group, I will choose the everyone subgroup and create that. When I come to attendance, I will see everyone is being marked automatically as not attending. Now they are being marked excused though and not absent by default. So I would now come through and be like, yes, Laura was here today, Willis was here today, Connor was here today, Sarah was here today, Layla and Nelson. But Terrell, Quentin, Amir, and Wyatt are not going to be marked absent. What I would need to do is I can also update this in the records when I'm looking at it, or I could come here and be like, yep, Terrell was not here today, on and off. Quentin was not here today, on and off. Amir was not here today, on and off. And Wyatt I will leave unchecked so we can see what that looks like in the report this way. So that's how you can run your attendance for each individual workout. You can do this. You can schedule your workouts ahead of time. Obviously, for when you're writing them, you can schedule them for the future, and then on those days you can pull them up. Or if you're not writing workouts, you're just wanting to use it for attendance, both through the app here, through this platform, or through the mobile app, you can pull up, commit, and then when you're on the pull deck, be like, great, let me make this set today. It's for this group. Yep, everyone's here. So let's create that. And then you would be able to come in and go down the list and toggle anyone that's absent and everyone else is present. You can do that right from the pull deck. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at reports. The first is under attendance. We're going to do this, and we're going to make sure we filter for the correct training group that we're looking at. And we'll do it for the last month. We're going to update this, and this is going to show the attendance now for everyone in that group for all these workouts we just made. We can see their percentages. We can see which groups they're a part of. We can see how many they've missed and how many they've attended. And we will look at a few scenarios here. So let's look at Wyatt. We come in here and we can see Wyatt shows, now this is for other training groups that him as an athlete are applied to. So we're going to look specifically just at the gliders right now, because this is his entire attendance for every group that he is every training group he is a part of. But if we look here for the ones that we just wrote today, we can see here's one that we had marked him absent for. Here's the one where we did not toggle him on and off. We left him off by default, which means he's actually marked excused, so it does not negatively or positively impact his attendance. So you see here, if I do that, it changes his percentage. If we do this, it negatively affects it, or we can make it excused and fix it. Now, if this could be the case too, where it's like, oh, I accidentally for this one marked him absent, but he wasn't even supposed to be there. I can come in and I can update his records here as well and go through the whole list. And again, that's how we can see the attendance under the reports for the entire group that way. And then we can go into individual athletes. The same is true that you can look at all of their attendance report here for an individual, both by obviously clicking on them here, or you can go into their actual name in their account and you can see their attendance tab here, which is that same menu we were just looking at. And that is how you will run your attendance. That is how you will track your attendance and how you set up your attendance for each individual training group to run them for your workouts.